Hello and welcome back to my channel, everyone. It is your girl Cassandra Olivia, and in today's video I have my lovely cousin Amanda. If you guys do not remember her, she came and got this gorgeous ginger color a couple years back, and she's been coming to me ever since, and I just love her. And we have this inside joke that she's my cousin because she's like family at this point, but I really do love her. So today we're just going in, and this actually took 2 sessions, but I wanted to do this edit as quickly as possible just because it was about a 4.5 hour service that I recorded footage wise. But yeah, I'm just going in and I'm prepping her hair with some K18. I'm just going to put this on 4 sections of her hair, all 4 quadrants, and then I am just going to make sure to detangle and then part her hair so that way we're ready for the application. And I am going in with my blonde solutions today in a 20 volume, and we're just going to go ahead and apply that with some frame art foils just to get a nice lift. And she's going to go with the dark root, so we're going to put about a level 3 Demi on her, so that way if she decides she wants to go lighter in the future, it'll be a lot easier to lift versus doing like a jet black. So here you guys see me just going in and applying my foil. And again, I'm not really concerned about getting the root because we're going to actually go for like a dark root look with this. So we're going for like that grown out root with like the platinum blonde. And the last time she came, we got her pretty light, but it wasn't platinum. So this time I was just like, look, let's get this done right. And yeah, I just wanted to go in and make sure that her color came out perfect. You guys know I'm obsessed, and she just let me do my thing, and I really do appreciate and just love her, if you guys can't tell. So here I am. Initially, I was just going to tip out that very last piece of her hair that you guys see still has a little bit of blonde on it. She recently went and got her hair cut, but she said that she wanted just, I guess, a little bit more taken off because she felt like the blonde was kind of dry. So in this instance, I'm just going to be applying all over the blonde because we're actually just going to go in and cut off all of those little pieces at the very end. Okay, so if you see it turning super white and platinum and stuff, and you're like, guys, why are you overlapping? Like, what are we doing? I'm literally only doing it because it's such a little amount on the ends, it'll be a lot harder to separate. And because we already knew we were going to cut it off, it was like, what's the point of doing that if we're just going to go in and do the haircut? So again, you're just going to see me applying this from the, like, not root, but the middle of her hair to the ends, all over. Why am I struggling? On another note, I wanted to give a special shout out, a special birthday shout out to my daughter Ava. She is 7 years old today, and I just love her. So we actually had a snow day today, which is why I'm a little late getting this video out. Honestly, I've been just BSing all week, just prepping for her birthday and having a great time. But yeah, my sister had a birthday, then my godson had a birthday, then my daughter had a birthday, and then my grandmother, her birthday's coming up. It's just a lot of birthdays in January. So thank you guys for bearing with me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a shout out, Ava Nicole. I love you. Sometimes she watches my videos, so I might just play this for her so she can get a shout out. And if you guys can drop some happy birthdays in the comments, she's reading and stuff, like she's 7, so like, of course. But I had her reading the Facebook comments today, and she was so cute. So we just stayed today. It was actually a snow day. I was going to let her stay home anyway. But we just chilled out. We DoorDashed. We did cheesesteak and stuff for lunch earlier. Then we ordered some crabs per her request. And then we also ordered some pretzels and then got her a little cake. So we just been home being super lazy and just vibing out all day, just enjoying each other's company. And I'm like, yo, before I lay in this bed and get comfortable, because I already got my bonnet on, I'm like, let me go ahead and just do this video. So yeah. I cut this video up just because I didn't want you guys to be bored to death, but in each section I just went ahead and foiled the back right, then the back left, then the front left, and then the front right. And then like I said, she came back a second time just because we didn't have enough time. Somebody had actually squeezed into a tiny appointment spot I had after her, so I was unable to do the full service. So I did let her know, like, prior to starting, like, hey, this is probably going to take 2 sessions, but I'm going to try to get it as light as possible in this 1 session. And I was very pleased with the results, because as you guys can see, she's a natural level 1, and then she does have a little bit of gray in her hair, and of course those blonde ends that we're gonna take out. So we just wanted to make sure that we got a really nice lift, because I did want to get her up to a level 10. So we got her up to about a level 8 with this first service, and then the second time she came back, I just went in with a 5 volume, and then we just went ahead and reapplied it all over, and I'll be explaining that in just a few. But just know the foil work did take a minute. I took about an hour and a half to apply all the foils. You just want to make sure that you are thoroughly saturating the hair. And of course, in the lightener, I am using Olaplex as well. You guys already know that. So this is all the foils for her first round, as you can see, and she has a shaved side, guys. So can you imagine how many foils we would have had if she didn't have a shaved side? So now I'm just going in and I'm just pulling the very back section that I did, just looking at that raw lift, and I am very pleased. As you can see, she's about a level 7-8, which is perfect. So I'm just pulling that out and just literally scraping off the lightener, just so that way it doesn't over process, you know. And then we're just going to get her a nice blank canvas, just trying to get a nice even lift. So this is how the lift looked. Again, we're gonna go in and hit her roots with a 3 Demi during her next service. This was kind of just the pre-service, and you guys see those really light ends. Remember, I told y'all don't freak. This is the part I was talking about. So typically where you guys see where it's super light, I would have kept that out. But again, we knew that we were just doing a haircut on her. So I was just like, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and apply the lightener all over, and then we'll cut this off at the end. So here you guys just see me going in and cutting off all of that excess, those little pieces that were blonde prior to me going in and blonding the hair. And I'm just pulling everything out at a 90-degree angle and just doing the perimeter. And then I'm leaving just a tiny bit of that lighter end, the healthy parts, okay? We're just essentially cutting off all of the dry parts right now. But again, she's like about a level, I can't even talk. She's about a level 7/8 right now. Pretty nice lift. But again, we just want to get her up to a level 10. So that was session 1, and then I just did some curls. And then here is her coming in about 2 weeks later for her second session. So she just showed me this one little spot she had in the front, because I did go ahead and start doing her Demi, and it was like a little cheetah patch, like a little, you know what I'm talking about, like a little spot. So she was just mentioning that, and I was like, yeah, I definitely saw it. I just let her know, like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and lighten you, and then I'm gonna go back over the roots again with the darker, not darker, but with the Demi, just to, you know, correct and even everything. So this is the dumbest shit I could have done, y'all. I went ahead and filled up my freaking Pink X so far to the top that when I went to go mix it, it started oozing out the sides, and I ended up having to mix it by hand myself. And I actually split this up into 2 different bowls, but I did that off camera because I was just like, I knew not to do it, but my brain was like, just go ahead and try it anyway. And then it started oozing out the sides, and I was like, that was so dumb. Like, what the hell, Cassandra? So yeah, you just see me here doing a little hand mixing, and then we're gonna go in and start to apply her lightener. And again, this is a Blonde Solutions 5 volume. The first time we did Blonde Solutions 20 volume. And of course, we did K18 and Olaplex both times, just to ensure that her hair is nice and healthy. So I'm just showing you guys the level chart. And as you can see right here, she's a mix between a level 8 and level 9. So now all I'm going to do is go back to that front right section, which was the section that I did very last. And you just want to go in, and now I'm just doing reverse. So everywhere that I applied the lightener last, now I'm going to apply it first. So normally I start in the back right and I end in the front right. Now today I'm starting in the front right quadrant. I'm going to do the front left quadrant, the back left quadrant, and then the back right quadrant, because I'm literally applying the lightener in reverse this time. So that way the front and the back can be nice and even. And if you guys are wondering about the roots and you're like, oh my God, what's going on with that? Once I'm done with this, like I said, I'm going to go in between her foils and just go ahead and tap her root with the level 3 Demi, just so that way, again, it gives her that dark root grown out look that she wants. It also covers her grays, but that way, if she decides in the future that she wants to go lighter, the Demi is going to be so much easier to lift than a permanent, okay? Because it is deposit only. So that's the reason why I went in with the Demi for that. And yeah, so I'm just going to apply these foils all over. I know you guys have gotten a lot of information, but I'm just trying to get this out as quickly as possible and do my voiceover one and done. Y'all know how I do. So just enjoy this quick application, and I'll be back in just a second. As I got towards the back, I just started to do bigger sections just because I didn't need as much lift in the back because this section lifted pretty nicely and it's almost to where what level we want it to go to. So it's pretty much a level 9 back here. So I didn't need to do as small as tight foils to get as much lift because this part we did not need as much lift. So again, just let that blonde solution sit. And in total, she sat for about 4 hours with the lightener for each session. So the first time she came, she sat for about 2 hours until it stopped processing. Then we rinsed out. And then this time, she didn't sit as long with the lightener, but it just took me longer to obviously go back in and refill the hair. So as soon as I was done the back, I just went ahead and checked the front. And this is how she is looking. So now I'm just going to go in again, checking each section as I go, checking my lift. Everything is looking nice and good. And then this was the line of demarcation I was talking about right here. You see how it's kind of orange and yellow in the middle where that black meets, or the natural root meets her lightener. So now I'm just going to go in and apply that level 3 Demi on that part and then just blend it into the lightener to create a nice gradient effect. So this process took about maybe 10-15 extra minutes, but it wasn't too bad because the hair was already sectioned from being in foils. So all I did was lift the foils top and bottom and then hit everything on both sides and then just let that process for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. And then once I was done, I'll show you guys how I rinsed her at the bowl. Really, really simple. All I did was use cold shampoo. I mean, not cold shampoo. I'm struggling, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so all I did, get it together, Cassandra. All I did was use cold water and then I just balled her lightener up, like the parts that have lightener on her hair, into my fist, and then I held that up as I rinsed everything out. I'll show you a quick snippet at the bowl and when I'm done, but that's pretty much how I rinsed this out to make sure that the roots did not bleed into the blonde, because obviously if that happened, it was going to be a disaster. So literally you see me here, I'm holding the blonde parts up as I'm rinsing the roots with extremely cold water. I just did that probably 3 or 4 times before I went in. So now for her toner, I'm going in with the Redken 10 GI. I did 2 ounces, which is a full bottle, and then I just filled it up to the 6 with the processing liquid. This is how it looked. And then when she was done at the bowl, I just applied that for about 10 to 15 minutes. And this is the end result. My lighting in here sucks, so I'm going to add a clip at the end of Amanda actually sending me her hair at home. But thank you guys so much for watching, and please comment down below if you like this transformation. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. Bye.